So, a question people ask all the time, which class is the best for Arcane Legends? Keep in mind, this is during level 81 Mythic phase. There's no 81 Arcanes out yet. So, right now, could be a different answer than the future when Arcanes come out for Endgame. But as of right now, starting out the game, if you're a new player, your best bet's going to be Rogue. Rogue destroys everything fast. It doesn't take powerful gears to do lots of damage. It's got good defense to survive many hits from many enemies. Your cons are going to be your mana. You use a lot of mana. If you was to go for a warrior at beginning of the game, you're going to be taking forever to clear maps. Warrior has very low damage, but it can take hits. You'll be able to survive better than rogue or mage. You're just going to be able to complete the maps a lot slower. For mage starting out, your issue is going to be dying. You have very low defense, and you don't do a lot of damage unlike rogue. So it's going to be slow and hard for mage. For mid-game is going to be warrior. Warrior has good defense, and for mid-game I say you have Dozerax. Sorry, I had to stop talking for a second. Clear my throat. For warrior you have Dozerax as mid-game. That's my personal opinion. That's the only thing you can afford as the best weapon, and you can't afford gears. So your gears are going to be enough to be substantial to survive as a warrior, and you're going to do damage to enemies around you. It's better than rogue or mage for mid-game, because if you are a rogue and going for mid-game, dagger daggers are way more expensive than Dozerax, for example. And rogue needs health and armor awakes on your gears and dex, so it's going to cost way more. But if you're just a mage, you're going to be dying more often, even if you have the scratch staff or even the Aquarius. As a mage, you're going to need defense gears or you're going to die. But for endgame, it's going to be mage if you get your gears set up correctly. So what I mean by correctly is I have a defense loadout, I have a damage loadout, and I have a movement speed loadout. Movement speed is so I can move around maps fast. Damage is so I do high damage after proccing. Defense, not many people use this, but this loadout is so I don't die in a pile of mobs. I put my staff on, I get high damage reduction, and I just sit there just using skills until I proc that staff. And after I proc the staff, I go to my damage loadout and kill them all. Rogue for endgame, you're gonna need the same thing. You're gonna need high defense, high damage, but your weapon is harder to proc, so you have a harder time killing stuff than a mage. For a warrior at endgame, you can't do shit versus mobs, but for bosses you can kill them pretty fast. It depends on who's going against who and strategy wise, but most of the time a mage can kill a boss faster than a warrior if used correctly. If not used correctly, a warrior will kill a boss faster than a mage. It all depends on the situation, who's versing who, strategy used, and stuff like that. Sorry my voice is bad, but hopefully that answers the question about the classes.